The Cheyenne Show. Glad to have you on.
Thank you. Long time no see.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like the studio.
It's very cool. Like I was saying earlier with the Las Vegas looking sign in the back, I really like that.
Yeah.
It just feels like, I don't know, to me, I feel like you've been to Vegas, just even though you haven't. You just seem like the guy to enjoy Las Vegas. So.
I definitely think I would. I don't know if I would enjoy the modern day Vegas because it's just the big mall,
That's true, yeah.
But definitely the one from the 50s where they're slick back hair, they're fucking...
Yeah, all the cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na-na.
Exactly.
The Dean Martin vibe. So you've been in Georgia. What have you been up to? Because, for most of you that don't know, why don't you give yourself a little introduction?
So my name is Sofia, but I guess in an artist way, I'm referred to as Sofia Aëdon. I'm a musician, and I've been away in Atlanta, Georgia, for the last 3 months. So I don't know. I've just been seeing my friends, catching up, seeing my boyfriend a lot. So kind of didn't really do much this summer, but he's a musician as well. So I've been going to a lot of his shows and just helping out with
That's awesome. So
gear.
You're getting a little bit of more because you were slamming the shows this year. You're doing what, 1 or 2 shows a week or 3 or what?
It was one or 2 shows a week down here.
Yeah.
But I have to figure that out now because new schedules and stuff. But
yeah, for sure. But that's okay. You were very active during the year. I was damn, this bitch gonna get she's gonna make it here, because you have a very good voice and cool lyrics and catchy riffs and stuff. So
thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yeah, and it works so well just as a solo act. If you had a band, which we might do,
we gotta. No, seriously, yeah. There's actually I've been asked to this gig a couple times already, but I wasn't back in Toronto. It's at a brewery. If you'd like to join, it's
okay.
It's every Thursday. No, you have to get booked for it, so I have to talk to the guy, but
sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm down. Just holla at me and tell me the date. And
I'm a holla at you.
I could even just play the fucking drums, bro.
Dude, can you play?
Yeah.
Okay,
I definitely can.
That'd be awesome.
We just gotta practice and stuff in advance.
Multi-track.
It'd be nice to have a full band, I feel like bassists and guitarists are the easiest people to kind of get, but drummers are always the high in demand or oh, I'm in another band,
Oh, dude, I've seen my fair share of that. Again, being around my boyfriend and seeing his all his band activities. I know I've met a lot of musicians in the process, and they're we had this band, but our drummer left, and it's been such a struggle to find a new one. Yeah.
Because people notice, if you have a really good drummer, then it's a step down if you get a mediocre drummer just because you want to keep the band afloat. You know?
Yeah. The drummer is the heartbeat of the band, truly. Yeah.
It is. But sometimes, I had a bad experience with this one drummer who we went to this was back in the day in Montreal when I was playing shows consistently with my band Made Men, if you want to check it out, it's on Spotify.
Stream.
Yeah, but we had this one drummer who was amazing. He was with all credit due, he was John Bunningham or whatever, from Led Zeppelin. His style was very 70s-y, super he was amazing. He was super he played with heart, but sometimes he'd be fucking going crazy on that drum set, he'd be bang, 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 and then he broke this the other band's I think a part of their drum set. I'm not sure exactly which part because he was just going so crazy, and it was a vintage 1970s, it was belonged to her dad, and the dude just didn't own up to the responsibility. He's oh, I'm sick. And then it was all left on me because I was the one who was booked the event and so they're and I was the guy communicating with all the parties and stuff, and they were what the fuck, you broke our drum set, you yada yada yada, and I was yeah, don't, I'm gonna try to get the money from him and everything, and he's no, they're dicks, and I don't know, it just didn't work out, but I don't know why I went into that huge rant, but it's
No,
you know,
no, I mean, like,
it happens, you know.
yeah, that's the industry for sure. I mean, I don't know. I'd be pissed too, but like at the same time, just a cough break, guys.
Sorry.
Holy shit.
Woo. Sorry, freak. Sorry. I'm like tearing up.
You okay?
Yeah, I just swallowed. Like the water. It went in the wrong tube.
Wrong pipe. Yeah.
Wrong pipe. All right, continue. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I just hope you're okay.
I'm fine. It's like this is the whole podcast.
Yeah, just like coughing the entire time.
Yeah. It's awkward because I got a burp too. And
No, it's good. Just go ahead.
I think that's the end of it. Okay.
That's it.
This podcast is brought to you by Screen Studio.
That's it, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
As we were talking about, yeah. So I don't know. I would have been pretty mad too, if it was like a vintage kit. But like, I also, I don't know. If he was like a really good drummer, I would have been like, okay, yeah, I want the money, but like, I get why you broke my kit at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I don't know. I'd be a lot more pissed, honestly.
They were pissed. One of the guys wanted to like fight me in the back, the bassist, you know. He was like super chill getting high with us, and he was like, all of a sudden he was like, you know, he like his whole demeanor changed, like his nice friendly stoner guy to like, I want to fucking kill you like a Viking, you know.
Damn.
You know, like some rockers that have like long blonde hair and beards.
Yeah.
To look like Thor, like you know. Yeah. But anyways, we all have our bad experiences on stage, you know. It wasn't a bad experience on stage. Sometimes it's good on stage, but then you get off and there's like a problem, or it's vice versa, you know.
Like, I mean, you have a lot of experience with like booking events and stuff, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting that you get the steam though, since you just like organized the event. I mean,
because I'm like a representative of like that individual, you know. Yeah. Or like he's a representative. Like I kind of have to, you know. It's like it's like I don't know. Like it's like the band is one unit, you know. You got to kind of like own responsibility as a whole, but yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, but you're like working on some music. You're actively planning to play shows like right now. So what's going on with that?
Well, the shows have been on like kind of a halt at the moment. I mean, I have that brewery show that I want to do. But I actually, so I've been working on my EP, which now has a name. And
oh, nice. What is it?
It's called, it's pretty, I actually named it after a Shakespeare quote.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's called Lest Sorrow Lend Me Words.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it sounds pretty emotional on the surface, but I mean, it is, I don't know. To me, it's like my emotional album kind of thing. So
okay.
Like, that's why I named it that. But I just sent it to my friend who produces and mixes like professionally, because so right now it's out of my hands and I'm just waiting for the final product. And
is he actively working on it, or is he like just like kind of being lazy and like, you know?
Oh no, he's actively working on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we've been like communicating back and forth pretty frequently. He's asking me like, you know, like, do you want this changed, you know, like that kind of thing. So I'm anticipating when it's going to be done, but I'm just very excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So like, when do you have like a release date in mind?
No, I don't. I've been really trying to figure out when I'm actually going to release it, because like I don't want to just say this date and then it's not ready by that date. So I'm kind of playing it by ear and seeing when I want to actually release it. But it's been a long time coming, so
yeah,
I want it to be soon.
How do you feel like the difference is playing shows here and kind of seeing your boyfriend's band playing in Georgia? Like what do you think is the difference in the vibe between the atmospheres?
I feel like the Toronto vibe is like very much, I don't know, from what I've seen, it's very more indie and like experimental. And then oh, you're good. And then back in Atlanta, like it's very much 70s style rock. Like the bands there was this one band called Ace Monroe that I ran into one time, and they just look like Led Zeppelin. Like they dress like Led Zeppelin. They try and act like Led Zeppelin on stage. It's cool. Like it's cool to see in the flesh, because obviously it's not that time anymore. Like we're not in the 70s, but I don't know. The emulation is very fascinating to me. And but yeah, like as I was saying, it's that there's kind of that difference.
Do you feel like the music scene's popping there too?
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's shows going on all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's more vibrant there or here?
I mean,
because it's like Led Zeppelin type of music and all that stuff's very like uplifting and like, you know,
yeah.
And I guess like indie, not always. It's a little more like, depends, but it's like it's a little more like, you know, I don't know, want to say like mellow, you know, but yeah.
So sorry, you were asking me like
what has more of like a energetic and like we're here, you know, like kind of vibe.
Definitely like the Led Zeppelin type 70s rock thing that just gets everyone going, you know, because not everyone's into indie, even though I mean it can encompass a lot of people. I just feel like rock is universally like it gets you up and going.
Yeah, but you say that, but at the same time, like like more people nowadays, like of our generation, I guess you could say, like are more into indie than like rock and roll. No?
I mean, yeah, I see that actually.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely, there's a mix. It's not just like mellow indie. It's indie rock, which can kind of go hard. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased because I really like 70s rock and those kinds of bands. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had a lot more. I don't know. There's something about just being in the 70s where it's like, you know, they're experimenting with all these drugs and stuff, and like they weren't constantly being distracted by their phones. You know, they had like a lot of hours to kind of like come up with some crazy riffs. And I'm sure it's the same nowadays, but there's just such a blend of like technology and everything that it's kind of like, you know, it's different. It's less organic, but you know, it's still good. It's still good.
Yeah, actually, I went to this concert like a few months ago with my cousin because he really likes this band. It's called Han. I don't know if you know Han. They're like
Han, no.
Yeah, like a indie electronic type band. I liked one of their songs, so I was like, okay, I'll see how the concert goes. And then I got into the venue, and it was like there were no instruments on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was like a keyboard and a guitar, and that was it. No drum kit, nothing.
And it's just one guy?
2 guys.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just mostly electronic, and I don't know, to me it just like I didn't like the concert that much.
No?
Yeah, there was just it felt like there was no soul behind the music, really.
Yeah, I kind of get that. And then like the other side of it is like the kind of like, you know, when you go to like a rap concert or a trap concert, it's like big bass, like, you know, it's like boom boom, and that has a lot of energy, but it's just like it also sounds like almost like not as good, you know. It's not clean. It's just, yeah
it's just all muddled together. And
there's Rolling Loud here recently. Did you go?
Oh, I heard about it, but I didn't.
No.
Yeah,
we were passing by it, and it was like very boom 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 boom. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I would definitely never like go pay money, because like these people, like, yes, you could say they're talented when they rap and everything, but it's, you're not hearing like, you know, organic music live, you know. It's not like you're seeing like a live band play. It's all like on the speaker, you know.
Yeah, so I mean it just feels like you're like putting on some music at home and just cranking up the volume. Yeah,
exactly.
So it definitely lacks that soul. I don't know, that's just my opinion. I mean,
it's true.
People like what they like, so I can't really judge them for it.
No, I'm not judging. I'm just kind of like, you know, like looking at, observing, I guess you could say.
Observing, yeah, exactly.
But so do you think that you would enjoy playing more in Toronto or Atlanta? I mean, friends aside, just like the vibe of like the venue.
It's hard to say,
because I know like New Orleans and like all those places, like they're kind of around there, and I know they have good music scenes, right?
Yeah, definitely. If I had a chance to either tour here or tour in the States, definitely the States. Yeah. I don't know. Again, like the soul of music there is just different than here. I mean, I feel like a lot of good musicians come out of Canada. Like, one of my favorite bands from Canada, or they're from Vancouver. Peach Pit. I don't know, they're indie.
Oh, I've heard of them. Yeah.
They're
I've heard a couple songs, I think.
yeah, they're really good. Like I really like them, but I don't know. It's just a lot of the other like really soulful type stuff just comes out of the South, especially, and then just other parts of the States. So yeah, I would want to like tour there, play more venues there.
Yeah. Do you think, because you kind of, your whole sound is, I don't want to say it's like quiet, but like you kind of have like a bit of you're not like screaming on the top of your fucking lungs, you know?
yeah.
You're kind of like just you don't sing that loud. It's kind of like more, I don't know, it's your own style.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that kind of changed you, or do you feel like it's the same thing? Like what do you think of that?
What do you mean, like the style that I
Yeah, do you think they had an effect on you, like seeing all these bands, or it's like do you feel like there's a bit of a metamorphosis just kind of being there and like coming back and recording your songs? And
there's definitely been a change. Yeah. Because I don't know, this past year I feel like I've really grown into my own style, but it's still developing. Like sure, I can't say it's just it's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean the more
it's always gonna change too, though.
Yeah, exactly. The more time I spend around other musicians that do different music than what I do, but I still like it. Like I feel like that influences me still, and it makes me want to like take those styles and sounds and put it into my own music. I'm just still trying to figure out how to do it, but in my way, you know, to I guess keep that uniqueness.
Yeah, and I mean your music is very unique. I'd like to play it maybe on the podcast just so people could like hear it.
Oh yeah, sure.
But maybe we'll do that at the end or whatever, just like as an outro. So like now that you're here, like do you have like a strategic like plan, like kind of like I'm gonna play this show, I'm gonna play that show? Like do you feel like all that time like off has kind of like fueled you for this year?
Fueled me to play more shows?
Yeah, and to just be like, because you're already pretty active, but like do you think something's going to change from last year's model? Like are you going to kind of change the approach?
I definitely think I will. I don't know. Towards the end of last year, I kind of got a bit discouraged because I was just kind of doing the same venues, and it was really hard to find like other pieces of the band. I mean, because we were playing together a bit, and then we didn't have a drummer. We were just pulling people on stage, or like bassists on stage, and like trying to find people wherever. And so I was like, I mean, I'm a bit discouraged because of that, but I don't know. I still want to give it my best shot and try those venues again. I've met a lot of new people that can show me different places to play, so I want to try and use those like resources and like those people I've networked with to find other venues, maybe climb the ladder a bit, you know. And hopefully like get some people to play with.
Well, that's always the issue. Like even like myself, I dealt with that like in Montreal, and I mean, I can't say I completely succeeded or anything, because it's like eventually the band just kind of died off, like because people went and did other shit. But like when you're serious about your band and like you're like motivated, people just like show up. Like the people that like are kind of inspired by that, they like show up and they want to be there and stuff. But in terms of getting bigger shows, that's like, or like getting different venues and stuff, the only problem sometimes is that like you want to play music that like people were gonna try to like organize with like another band that like, you know what I mean? Like if you're like an indie band, they're gonna try to put you like with another indie band, you know what I mean? It's like you need to be very like accessible to play like more places, because like I'm sure there's like metal bars here, but like if you're like a metal band, you're only gonna play like 4 bars, you're not gonna play like a bunch of bars, so I think that kind of has something to do with it, and just meeting people, like you said,
just like being versatile and just constant networking.
And choosing like the right songs for the right audience. I think that's a good one too.
I mean, it's definitely like, I don't know, for open mics and stuff, it's great for networking. It's for playing in front of them, it's definitely hard to gauge. I mean, you just have to go for it. I mean, it's always going to be difficult to gauge an audience until you like have I guess a dedicated one. Does that make sense? Like even if it's like a
like
couple
people are showing up for you kind of thing.
Yeah. Even if it's like a couple people, you know, like it's still something that you have to like, how do I put it? Build up, you know, just keep gathering those people every time you play somewhere so they'll want to come see you somewhere else. I don't know. I feel like I was just rambling. I hope that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. It's because like one person will be like, "Oh, this is a cool song," and then the other person's like, "I think that's a cool song," you know. And then eventually, and more people are like, "This is cool." And
exactly.
You have an army of people that think it's cool.
I'm
not making fun of them. I'm just like
no.
trying to symbolize it.
Yeah.
Because I talked to like I have a friend of mine, like he produced one of my albums and he's doing pretty well right now with his music and stuff, like he's playing, and his approach is a little different. He like really focuses on like quality over quantity, in the sense of like he puts on, like when he puts on a show, like he'll really focus on the lights and like he'll try to get like a big show, and like obviously like he's got some networking and connections and stuff, but like every time like people want to go see him because they know it's going to be a good time, because like they know they're going to get the lights, they're going to get like a big stage, and like, you know, it's going to be like a cool thing to go to. And you know, like when you're just playing at bars all the time, it's like, you know, oh, like Sofia's playing like next Saturday, you know, oh, I guess I'll catch her like next time I saw her like last week, you know. So there is a bit of that too. There's like kind of like you got to like strategize. And I'm saying this like, you know, having made those, I guess you could say like mistakes, or, you know, there's different ways of doing it. You know, there's not one, but, and like, you know, I think when you have a band that practices very like often and like you get tight, when you go on stage, it's like you're ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've been on stage when you were ready and not ready already. You know, like. We've all, you know, like when we showed up, like after not seeing each other for like 2 months, I don't know when it was, but like we both didn't feel like we did good, you know? Oh
yeah, that one night that I was just like, yeah, you know, like come play with me.
Yeah.
You showed up and, to me, like, for me, my experience was I was like, that's just a fucking disaster. Like, yeah. Because again, we weren't prepared. It's not that the skill's not there. It's just like on a whim type thing.
Yeah, and I like playing on a whim, like in terms of just like soloing and like coming up with shit on the spot. Like there's a nice aspect of not being fully, like knowing exactly what you're gonna do. Like that's one of my favorite things about playing, I think. And it kind of like, I'm a very jammy kind of guy, and like to experiment. Fucking Minnie, eh? Sorry, it's my dog. She keeps scratching the door. Yeah, it's cool to kind of like see the song in a different direction. Thank you, baby. You know where it's gonna go. So that's a cool thing to do too, you know, like when you're playing live.
Yeah, no, I really admire like people who can jam. Like, I don't know, I've learned a few things from you, like playing music with you. I've learned a few things from playing music with my boyfriend, because he's been helping me like learn how to get better at jamming, even if it's just like simple blues, you know.
Blues are the best. That's the, like, you know, that's how I think everyone should learn, is just
the blues. Yeah,
putting like a backing track and just like soloing with it, you know, because like feeling like someone is there. No one's there, but you know, if you like just focus on like doing your thing, you know.
I feel like I've definitely gotten better at it in the past few months. I don't know, just like playing with him, and then also just putting on like Eric Clapton in the background and just trying to, you know, play.
Oh yeah. I love scale. Their band. What's it called?
Cream.
Cream is the best.
Yeah,
they're a very jammy band.
Oh yeah, so great. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I was listening a lot to the summer, honestly.
Oh really?
Were you?
Cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always listen to Cream.
Okay.
Yeah, so like it's just like in my playlist all the time, just running through it.
Yeah, I like that song. Bum, 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 it's like I feel free.
Oh, you know, I feel free.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. But yeah, that's cool. And like, so now, like in terms of like the album itself, is it going to be like, is there drums in it? Is there like keyboard in it? Like, what's in the new album?
So it's partially acoustic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, partially acoustic guitar and electric. I don't know, I don't have drums, but I've kind of made the music to where doesn't need drums, because I mean, it's like, again, if it's partially acoustic, then, and I don't have someone to drum for me, so I didn't want to do it artificially, because when I was doing it in my like Logic or whatever, like just putting it together, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll give digital drums a shot just to see how it sounds, but I just didn't like it. So I decided, well, until I can get someone to drum for me on my songs, then I'm just going to keep that out and try and make my songs to where they still sound good without drums. They still sound, which is can be a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Because drums are pretty important, but you know, I think I did my best, and I think my music sounds good for this EP, and I'm just gonna go for it, and just after it's done, I'm gonna be like, okay, hey, here you guys, like, this is what it is, and if you enjoy it, I'm happy. If you don't, oh well.
Well, you gotta put that shit out there. I know you have already like a song on Spotify that's like it's absolutely like fire. It's
oh, seriously?
Yeah, it's like a very bluesy kind of song. I forgot.
Oh, it's called Black Dragon.
Yeah, Black Dragon. That's a good one.
Thank you.
So I'm sure like it's gonna sound good, and I'm sure it's like the production's probably better now that you got a guy like actually doing it.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Digital drums are like a tricky one because I've used digital drums a lot. Like, as long as you could blend everything to a point where it sounds natural, I think it works. But a lot of times it's like you want it to do something that it's like, but it's doing its own thing, and it's hard to kind of get it to do its own thing unless you like literally like, you know, make your own drums digitally, you know, as opposed to like a one that just is like made, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's a tricky one, but like I recorded like a live drum like last summer. I haven't produced anything. I've been really lazy on it, but it definitely sounds a lot more like organic, but it's not as clean. So you know, there's a bunch of different factors to kind of like look into, you know. And,
yeah, definitely.
You know, where you're recording it to and stuff. But we're blessed with, you know, the studio there.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Record.
Multi-track room. Yeah. Yeah. We should definitely go back and see what we can do.
I'd love to drums. If you wanted some drums on the album, you know, we could try to do it there on the multi-track. Yeah. That'd
be cool for sure.
Yeah. But you know what else I like doing than drumming? I like to use Stream Studio. We're using Stream Studio. How do you think so far? It's good?
It's pretty good. Good experience so far. Yeah.
It's so easy to use. All I did, honestly, I just set up my computer. I went on stream.studio.com and I hit record, and now we got this amazing, beautiful podcast. Stream Studio is great if you just want to get into the podcasting and you know, you think you got some interesting things. If you're already talking to your friends, why not make money off of it, you know? Do something with yourself. So go out and do stream.studio. It's amazing. I love it. You know, it lets me channel my thoughts, my emotions, and, you know, also talk to cool people about cool shit. And, you know, I like it. I like it a lot. So visit stream.studio to get your podcast started today.
# sponsored.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Sophia, so you all, okay. I don't know. So do you have any, do you relate because Sophia also has a podcast. It's about mental health, right?
Yeah, it's like a self-help podcast. It's called the Peace Love Podcast. If you want to check that out, it's on Spotify and everything else. But everyone uses Spotify, so
yeah.
So Spotify,
it's taking over.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a self-help podcast. I do it with my friend Andrew, and we just kind of, you know, make episodes about things that, you know, we might struggle with, and hopefully help others with that. Like, for example, sometimes it's pretty difficult to get your day going. Like, you're like, oh shit, what do? I have so many things to do. How do I get organized? And I mean, you know, even if you don't get something like a certain thing done that you wanted to get done in the day, even if you like took a shower, brushed your teeth, took care of yourself, ate something, that's still an accomplishment. It's still something you did to make your day better, to take care of yourself. So don't feel like, you know, you didn't do anything, like, because that's something that it's important to take care of yourself. So therefore, if you want to see it as an accomplishment, and if it helps, then by all means. So that's like an example of things that we talk about on our podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually like it's super beneficial because like it seems like basic things that like oh just getting out of bed and brushing our teeth, but I mean more and more nowadays it's like becoming harder to do just regular things because
Yeah.
of all the technology and you know stuff that's around us. That's like oh like TikTok or whatever, you know, people like wake up and go on their phones, you know, and they're just in bed for like 30 minutes. I mean we're all guilty of it sometimes. You
Yeah,
know,
of
so
course. Yeah.
that's good. That's awesome. And Andrew is a comedian too. Does he ever bust any jokes, like crack jokes during the podcast?
He does a few times,
Yeah?
yeah, here and there. I mean, yeah, he'll just say something just like we'll be talking about something completely like serious, like not too serious to where it's like inappropriate. But
Yeah.
it's just like yeah, we'll be talking about something like oh yeah, like do this to make your day better. Do this and he like makes some joke and we'll just both start laughing and then after in the editing process just have to cut down that laughter like so
Oh my god.
so quiet.
Because
Yeah.
it's loud.
Yeah, it's so loud, like
Oh
in
my
the
God.
mic. But yeah.
That happens pretty often. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing another podcast with my friend. We kind of go over the news. Like 3 times a week. It's like usually like New York Post stories, so they're outrageous, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes we just like can't hold our laughter because it's just so funny.
Yeah.
But it's nice, you know. Like so, how often do you do the podcast?
So we finished our first season like a couple months ago. So this summer we didn't do anything, but we're starting back again like in a couple weeks. So it's an episode every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we kind of have like this motto that's just like the Peace Love Podcast, a sense of solace, every 2 weeks.
Fuck, you guys sound like a cult or something.
Peace Love Podcast.
Yeah.
Solace every 2 weeks.
Yeah. What does that mean? I gotta decipher that.
Solace?
No, I'm just kidding. Like, the whole messaging behind it.
Oh yeah, no,
What
it's
do you-
like
it's
deeper meaning.
Turn it on like you guys are talking about cannibalism.
Yeah. So, one thing that you can do to make your day better is to pan-sear a human thigh or some shit like that.
Yeah. Don't go to Metro to get your chicken.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can come to my garage.
Yeah, my garage
Yeah.
with like barrels.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. So that's fun. So
Yeah.
every 2 weeks, and Andrew, like he's also like self help. Do you guys like want to like? Does this all lead to like a course that you guys are trying to sell?
Oh no, it doesn't.
No.
It's not a pyramid scheme.
No, okay.
Yeah. No, we're just doing it for fun, really. Yeah.
Cool. And you guys do it on the radio station, right? The school's radio station.
Yeah, Spirit Live. SpiritLive.com/Peace Love Podcast. You can always also listen there if you want.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
does Spirit Live is it like a radio station or it's like an online browser station? How does it work?
So there's live shows and there's what we do. So I mean,
It's on the radio or where?
yeah, it's like Spirit Live has its own radio station.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you can tune into that and listen to people's live shows. We don't do a live broadcast. We just submit our episodes and then like Spirit Live will post it to all of the streaming platforms.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So but I do have some friends that do a live broadcast. It's called there's this called Helen and Sierra's Infinite Playlist.
Oh, cool.
And they actually had me on that show like
Nice.
a couple months ago. They talk about like they bring different musicians on and to talk about music, like their own favorite music, their own music, you know. So
Nice.
yeah.
Awesome.
But that's like live. You can listen to it on the radio and they do it every week, I think.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's Spirit Live. I gotta get on that.
Yeah.
My this show has to go on Spirit Live.
For sure. Yeah.
It'd be nice to kind of get that. Aside from Spirit Live and the music making, like what else are you at? Like, because I know you're American.
You're American.
You like to meet, or you're on the other side. You're from California, but you're Georgian. So like,
Yeah.
what are some things about Toronto that are just like different for you, or you know what I mean? Just like you've gotten used to it, obviously, but I mean, tell me like your love-hate relationship between the two cities, or like, like where I don't know. It could be about like just like the way things work here, or like, because I'm sure there's shit that you hate about there, too. Like,
Oh yeah. I mean, I actually like Toronto better.
Really?
Yeah. To me it's just more vibrant and more safe too.
Oh yeah.
Atlanta's like Like, you don't want to walk in Atlanta at night.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you feel like some people would argue like Toronto's kind of not that safe compared to other Canadian cities.
I mean, it's because it's a big city. There's like, I don't know. There's a lot of crazies here for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But like Atlanta's like, you get crazies. Like here you get crazies that are cracked out and usually harmless.
Yeah.
And if they talk to you, then they just talk to you.
Yeah.
But they don't really do anything. Atlanta's like cracked out, but they will approach you and try and rob you or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's, I mean, I don't know, what was it, like 1998 they tried to hold the Olympics there or something, and they almost didn't.
Really?
Because of how dirty and crime ridden Atlanta was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had ended up holding the Olympics there because like the government got on that shit.
It was like the World Olympics?
I think it was like Summer Olympics or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, so all the different, like, China and all these countries came and then they just got like mugged by crackheads and stuff?
Like, well, no, I mean, they, like, the government was like, we have to fucking clean up this city now so we can get the Olympics here, because if we don't, they're gonna hold it somewhere else. I don't remember what their other option was for like 1998, 99 or something, but they had like a backup country.
Really?
Yeah, and they were like, yeah, you know, Atlanta.
So what was going on that was so bad?
I mean, people, it's just heavily, like, so much crime, like theft, murder, you know, just a lot of robberies, and the city was just dirty trash everywhere. Like seriously, it was just so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
So 1998, it
98 or 99, something like that.
But
yeah.
fast forward to 2022, do you think there's like a big difference now, or it's the same or worse?
Yeah, like there's huge difference. The city is cleaner. It's safer. It's still not as safe, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, like all of the rundown like neighborhoods have been just completely wiped. And they've been replaced with like condos and
okay.
Yeah.
But that's what's going on right now, just like in big cities, is like there's chaos outside, but meanwhile they're just like they're building condos.
Yeah.
And like you're looking out your window and you're just seeing a hellscape, like fucking hobos like killing each other and stuff, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go to school now. You know? Like,
exactly.
everything's okay, you know.
Go to my Loblaws.
Yeah, my Loblaws. Well, there's like a dead man
in the street. Yeah.
Human, you know, feces everywhere. You
oh
gotta
my god.
duck around. Yeah. So that's kind of like what's going on there too.
Yeah, it's like gentrification. Yeah.
But it's gentrification and a different, like, it's like there's still like crime around these buildings, right?
Less, actually. I mean, these people kind of like they kind of shove the people out in a way, like with these neighborhoods being built. I don't know. It's like a bunch of rich people moving in, and then they kind of like put their money into the city, and they're like, yeah. So.
Yeah, but they're kind of pushing them away to like just like the corner or something. Like,
yeah,
it's like they're pushing a big problem just like somewhere else.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy. Do you so you just like it better because it's safer and it's more vibrant here?
Yeah, there's just a lot more to do, I find. And Toronto's much bigger than Atlanta, so I don't know. And transit is like so good here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's like exactly cheap, because I run through $20 on my Presto card like within a week.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can't you get like a yearly pass?
Can you?
Yeah. No.
I don't know how much.
And you get a student discount, by the way.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
If you're 19 and younger.
Get the hell out. No, you show them your student ID.
No.
I'm about to make a TikTok about this for the school.
I think it's 19 and younger because.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because someone gave me.
I gotta double check that.
Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong.
Hold on, we could pull up the website here.
Okay.
If you want. Just
I hope
like,
hope it's not.
I know, like, for viewers that don't take the fucking. What I hear is with the fare discount, you'll save 40% off the full single adult fare, so there's more room in your budget for books, tuition, nights out with friends, yada yada yada. If you are a student, you're eligible for a discount on your monthly transit pass. Students attending post-secondary schools full-time will need a GO Transit student ID to benefit from the discount fare on Go Transit and UP. We're post-secondary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just need to be issued in a Canadian college, be issued annually, and show an expiration date of the current academic year and show your full-time status. So
oh shit!
you
But
are eligible for a discount.
it's only for Go though, or is it for?
I think it's for the regular one too. Presto. It says a Presto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I gotta look into it so it's not that confusing for when I make it for the people. But did that make sense? Does it seem more clear to you?
No, it does. Yeah, I don't know.
Get a discount?
I thought it was 19 and younger because one time I was handed like one of those student fair tickets.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh yeah, you can use this for free as a student, and it was like 19 and younger, and I'm like, what? Because
I'll look into it.
Yeah.
Look into it. But you look into it too and let me know, because I'm gonna I don't want to release propaganda. I want it to be true. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Toronto is kind of a cool city. I think you definitely like Montreal if you visited Montreal.
I've been to Montreal once.
Yeah, but you weren't like doing shit, were you?
Not really. I mean, it wasn't like dead middle of winter, so I was just visiting a friend, and I drove through so much construction. Like, what's with that? God. Yeah.
We got a lot of potholes and construction.
So many potholes.
Yeah.
And like one long road that goes through the entire city. It's not a grid.
I know. It's like a communist city almost, because like every fucking road is a like one-way road. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you're like, all right, I guess I'm going this way now. Like you can't like maneuver. You know?
It's ridiculous.
But it's because it was built in the 70s and like it wasn't. Not the 70s. It's just like they had their big, construction heyday in the 70s, and not much else happened after because, the French laws and stuff, people left and they didn't really want to deal with the bullshit that's there. And that's why Toronto is what it is now, because Montreal was supposed to be the actual big city, but the French nationalists kind of like said, no, we have to save our language, make the sign in French, like, like you have to speak French,
Yeah.
And, to be fair, it's to save their language, their cultural, they don't want to feel like their culture is being wiped away, which it would have been if it became Toronto, because like Toronto is just an American city. Mm-hmm. So there's two arguments. Montreal is a very characteristic city, and I mean in its own way, because every borough is different. Architecture is different, like in the Plateau as opposed to what it is in the old Montreal and what it is in like Westmount or NDG, like all these different places, and it's much more hilly, Mm-hmm. And Toronto's a little more flat. It's like very flat, buildings, and then parks. There it's like a little more like, but it's a little annoying.
It's actually funny though, about Montreal. When I went, I visited my friend, and she was talking about her mom, and she was like, yeah, my mom is like very much French, like she is a real French Canadian.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't like the fact that when you go to like Shoppers or something, they'll say bonjour, hi.
Oh yeah.
Like she's like, no, they should just say bonjour. Like no. Hi.
No, bro. Yeah, exactly. Because when I was working, like I worked at an ice cream store and everywhere else, they didn't I was working at a bank, and like my one of the ladies, she was like French Canadian. I always say bonjour, hi. She's like, pourquoi tu dis bonjour, hi? C'est bonjour. I'm like, okay, bonjour. She was like intimidating, this old lady. But yeah, they are very serious about that.
I think it's kind of funny, charming though, in a way.
Yeah, but it's fucking annoying.
It's annoying too, yeah.
Because then you just get like these enclaves of like anglophone like spots, and then like everywhere else is like French. And it's weird because like that's why a lot of Arabs and like French speaking countries come to Montreal. Like a lot of Moroccans, Algerians, they speak French because the French colonization,
Yeah.
They come there, so it works, and it's changing because it's like very like mixed now, but there's French from different countries. It's cool. It's a cool little experiment. Yeah.
Why you say bonjour, hi?
Yeah. Yeah. She's not having it.
She's not having it. If you're watching this, hi.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so bad to the point where you can't have like a storefront that's like in English.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
You can't. Yeah. It has to be like big French, and then unless it's like a made up word.
It's kind of funny though. I mean, because like you're a French territory in the middle of an English speaking nation, like huge English speaking nation. I mean, you think about speaking English, right? Like, it's funny. It's just funny. Like, I'm not trying to sound you should speak English. Like,
but that's the thing. Like that one characteristic about it makes it like almost like a totalitarian police state. Like you go to Montreal, it's like not the same as Toronto in the sense like okay, maybe like Toronto police, like they slack a little bit. There, they're like these jacked, like they're like intimidating. They're like 6'8", you know. They're like, qu'est-ce que tu fais, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like fucking yeah, they're scary. I speak from experience, but not just that, but like they're putting these new laws that are like forcing people to, like, if you have a business that's over 50 people, you have to be texting them in French, and like the inspector could come in and see if you're not doing it in French, then they'll like fucking give you a huge fine.
What?
Doctors have to address their patients in French. It's like, it's insanity.
I had no idea. Wow.
Yeah, well, it's this party called the CAC. It sounds like cock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
CAC.
basically CAC. These guys, Legault, who is the guy who's the premier for Quebec. He's like trying to like get all the French nationalist votes. That's why he's doing it. Like trying to like get like another heyday, I guess, you know.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but my point was, like, even during COVID, like they went hard on the laws. Like we had curfews, like people didn't have curfews. So just that one thing from language like expands like on like such a big level, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a point to be made for their side, which is to save their heritage and their culture. But at the same time, it's like it's very invasive to your life, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's understood. Like I don't know, trying to preserve your culture and language. Like I completely am for that, except yeah, the whole invasive part, it's just like it's annoying, you know. It's like like a devil sitting on your shoulder, like speak French.
Yeah.
Yeah, like français and,
yeah,
like, in your ear like all the time. I don't know. Yeah,
it's to the point like where I know like people like they're like, yeah, I only speak French because I'm getting paid to speak French, but if I go to like a shawarma shop or whatever, like I'm gonna say like I'm just gonna talk to them in English. Like I don't care, you know.
yeah.
And it's like, all right, you know, but people are angry. It's a very hot button topic, you know. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's perks and there's you know, disadvantages, I guess, for every city. Like here it's very dirty. There it's not dirty at all. No, well, not really actually. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. It's small. It feels very small.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, you think you're going to live in Toronto after you graduate university, or do you think you're going to be in America?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. What's that?
I said America.
America. Yeah. No, I think it is going to be America.
Yeah.
It's just what I'm studying, media production, like TV and film. It's very, like, Atlanta is like the Hollywood of the Southeast.
Really?
In America, yeah. Because we're like, I think second world's largest airport or something. Like it's called Hartsfield-Jackson.
Yes, I think I've been in it. There's like a huge like station, like there's a train that goes around and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
huge. It's enormous. So I don't know, like a lot of like it's a major hub. So a lot of people they find it easy to have Atlanta as that Hollywood of the Southeast because it's so easy to get in and out of it because of the airport. And also, I mean, there's a lot of big studios going on there. Like, I don't know, Cartoon Network's there.
Really?
Yeah. Shit. What else?
Nickelodeon?
I don't think Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon's in California, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Cartoon Network, Adult Swim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's part of Cartoon Network.
Yeah. Well, they're like partnered or something. What else? CNN Center, like CNN headquarters are there.
Right. I think I remember during the BLM protests, it was like being burnt, like they're throwing shit inside, I think.
Oh, dude, they destroyed so much shit. Like, in Atlanta. There was this one like hotel called the Omni Hotel. I don't know if it's owned by Marriott or something, like the Marriott Hotel, but Omni. And there was this grand piano inside that you could see through a window when you were on the street. And like during conventions, like people would go in there and have fun and play on the piano. I would go there with my friends and like do that. It was like a tradition almost, just for fun. And then during like the BLM protests, they smashed in all of those windows and destroyed the piano. Like completely obliterated that piano.
Yeah, that happened in Montreal. Like same time, like they destroyed this music store. And I mean, it's weird because like we don't have the BLM movement in Canada, but apparently, you know, they're seeing all these riots going on there, so they did it there and they smashed the windows and stole a bunch of guitars.
Yeah.
But seeing that, like, does it make you like feel like it's kind of like it's corrupt, or you thought that was just a few bad apples in the movement? What did you think?
I mean, I think it's corrupt for sure. Like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people take advantage of like the BLM protests and smash, like, go into Targets and steal like flat screen TVs, and just like, what do you need a flat screen for? You're protesting or something? Like, what are you doing that for? Like, yes, like stealing guitars. How is that part of the protest? So I don't think it's a few bad apples. I've seen many like cases where people have just gone in and stolen things, like very expensive things,
like with your own eyes, or just the media? Like when you're there, do you actually see the destruction of your city when you're walking around, like when it happened?
I wasn't out. I didn't go out during the protests, but
well, the aftermath.
Oh, the aftermath. Yeah, I saw photos. Like all like that's how I saw the piano get destroyed. I saw photos of the Omni, just glass smashed, everything, like different stores smashed, Targets, like. So I mean, it is from the media, but I don't know. Yeah, it's cool.
Do you think locals of like these places, like even Minnesota got destroyed, do you think locals like are in, because I mean it was a huge popular movement. I remember everyone was putting their like thing, like they posted a little black box or whatever, and like what happened to George Floyd was like tragic, you know?
Yeah,
like,
it's a terrible thing, but
the people that kind of took advantage of it and like did these protests and like the uproar, you know, like, and the damage that was done, do you feel like residents or like even friends and family like were like just disgusted or something by it, or like they like, how was the reaction to it as a movement, you know, seeing it happen in front of your eyes?
I've seen it pretty split. I mean, I've seen people say, what these people are doing is fine because it's an injustice, but like there's the other side arguing, yeah, like it is fucked up what happened. Like, this man was killed. It's not fair, but like that gives you no excuse to like loot small businesses that have nothing to do with any of that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Do you think not enough of that aspect was talked about?
I think so. I mean, most of the media was just like, you know, this is an injustice and the lootings are happening, but it wasn't really like, I didn't really hear much about people saying, oh, this is like, why is this happening? This is bad. You know, like why are these small businesses being destroyed from the ground up, burnt, and like, you know, just yeah.
I know, because like I know like a lot of these protests were to defund the police, and like now the police has been defunded. Do you think that kind of has like a correlation with the crime that's kind of coming back a little bit?
I mean,
I don't know Atlanta, but I know Minnesota, there's a lot more crime.
A lot more crime since the police has been defunded? Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there is a correlation. If you're defunding like the people who protect you, yeah. Even if, you know, I mean, there are fucking awful cops. Like, I won't.
Yeah. Majority of cops are like, I don't want to, like, it's like the last option to be a police officer, you know? Yeah. And I'm not shitting on cops. It's just like, I don't know. It's like not a very appetizing field to be in, you know?
Yeah. No, it's like, don't become a police officer.
Well, you know? Do if you know,
if
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. If
like Tim Dillon had a point. He's like, most of these people were criminals like the weekend before they became a police officer. Like, yeah. No, but you need police to protect.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like there is some correlation.
So, I don't know if it's like okay to talk about this, but you're not like 100%. Do you know where I'm going?
Yeah.
Is it, or you wanted to skip over it?
It depends on your audience.
My audience doesn't give a fuck. my I don't know. It's more for you.
Just to be safe, we'll skip over this bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get it.
Yeah. No, because you don't want to divide anything. But We're actually talking. She's in QAnon. That's why we don't want. She's taught me a lot about QAnon. Actually, we're going to a meeting actually right after the podcast.
Exactly. I'm bringing cookies. Actually,
she's the leader of the QAnon Foundation at the school, the union club.
Do you know Theo Von?
Yes, I love him.
Yeah, he's so funny.
He's up your alley, eh?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
Are people like that down in the South?
Like Theo Von?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. You'll definitely find some people like that. But he's just so like I love watching people who fuck with other people. Like, yeah, it's just like Sam Hyde. Do you know Sam Hyde?
Yes, he's the kind of like a chunky guy.
Like chunky dude with like circle glasses.
And he's like really jacked.
He's really like he's like
big man.
Chubby jacked.
Yeah.
And he's like
he looks like fucked up.
He does look. He looks so
why does he
fucked
look
up.
like that?
I don't know, dude. He's fucking insane.
Yeah. I never got into him, but I've seen him and I've seen the stuff he does, kind of, you know.
Gotta show you a video later.
Yeah?
Yeah, seriously.
Sam Hyde, yeah.
Sam Hyde.
I know people who are crazy about him.
Yeah, people hate Sam Hyde so much.
Really?
Because, like,
he's offensive.
He's very offensive, but, like, people don't understand that he just fucks with people so hard. Like, that's what he does. Like, yeah. So if you react to it, then you're dumb. Like, it's just like...
Yeah, he's like, he's not like the Nelk Boys, but he's like, kind of like... He does shit that's like, it's like kind of smart, but like at the same time it's offensive, right?
Yeah.
Like not smart, but just like
it's cleverly offensive.
Yeah. I there's a guy called Danny Mullen. He does that a lot too. You should check him out.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny. But what about Sam Hyde?
Oh God, I just find him so funny. But on Theo Von, like I recently watched a video that went viral by Theo Von, that was like him and I forgot what the other.
Joe Rogan.
No, someone else. I can't remember what this dude's name.
Bobby
was.
Lee. Was he on a podcast?
Yeah. It was like I'm sweating like a sneeze stuck in a thick bitch. Have you seen that? It's just like them going back and forth about how they're sweating.
Really?
Yeah, and he's like, dude, it's so hot in here. And he's like, yeah, it's really fucking hot in here. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm sweating like a sneeze stuck in a thick bitch. You feel me?
Oh my God.
The other guy goes, dude, I'm sweating like an Icelandic stripper stuck in a sunstorm.
Oh my God.
Like just like so casually.
Yeah.
Fucking, they're like trying not to laugh so hard.
Oh my God.
It's so funny.
He's so funny in live conversation, you know. I've seen him live actually.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah, I saw him. He was pretty good, but I really enjoy. It's a lot of that is like the case. Like I enjoy like comedians on their podcasts more than I do when seeing them live. Like I saw Tim Dillon, I saw Bill Burr. I like Bill Burr actually is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Like seeing him live. But Theo Von, he's very different on stage. He's like super what's the word? Like he's kind of like a dandy, and you don't expect it. He's like very like on stage, and like walks back and forth, and he just walks weird. He's like he's a funny guy. But I like when he comes up with shit on the spot, you know?
Yeah.
Like what you're saying, the sweating thing.
It's just so like random, but it's hilarious. Yeah.
I love his podcast. His podcast is like self-help too a little bit.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah, this past weekend with Theo Von.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I don't know if that's the same podcast that I saw that clip from.
Okay.
But could be.
He has a podcast that like, and sometimes at the end of every episode, I think people send in messages that are like, hey man, like I'm struggling with this, like my wife just left me, whatever, and then Theo Von will be like, listen, you know, like you gotta do it. You got like he's trying to give advice to these people. It's good. But Tim Dillon is definitely my favorite podcaster. Isn't
he coming to Toronto soon? There's like a huge comedy festival.
Yeah. And I got tickets. I'm seeing him for the second time.
Dude, I want to go.
You should.
I want to go.
You should.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like tickets, like you could, you know, they start like I think at like $89 or something.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, they're a bit expensive, but the way I saw it, I was like, okay, like, you know, I didn't go to any music festivals this year. Like I'll see like Tim Dillon and some other comedians, you know, whatever, you know. That's
fair, yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't really done that in a while, like go to like a music festival. We saw Bill Burr recently because she got me tickets for my birthday.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Yeah, and it was pretty nice. We enjoyed it a lot. There's a bit of a experience there with because they make you put phones in like this little bag and you can't use it for the whole show. And so like we lost each other because she went to the bathroom and I was like looking for her and like I'm like fuck, like I'm trying to like, you know, like I couldn't call her, you know.
Yeah.
Because I had both phones in one case. Anyways, long story short, it was the show was good, but I just don't like when venues take your phones, you know. It's
Yeah.
like weird.
It's like, especially venues. I mean, like big venues.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna lose that shit, you know.
Well, no, they give you the thing to.
Oh
put
yeah, that's
inside
true.
them.
Yeah.
But it's like fuck. Like what if my, you know, what if someone calls me that's important, you know?
Like
I don't know.
emergency or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I guess you gotta wait afterwards.
I hate giving them my jackets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll still do it because I don't want to carry
And
it.
you gotta pay for it too.
Do you?
Sometimes co-check.
Oh yeah, true. Sometimes.
$5.
I don't know. I've never had to.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe because you're a girl.
That's probably it. Yeah, they're probably
Yeah.
like whatever.
But you know, what you don't have to like. So I was just trying to come up with a segue, but Stream Studio is really good. This bombed really hard, but Stream Studio is actually one of the best podcast platforms I've ever used. We're using it right now. How easy is it?
It's fantastically
Do you
easy.
think you will switch to Stream Studio?
Absolutely.
Yes. 'Cause
Yes.
You said you have a podcast with Andrew.
Yeah, I do. Peace Love Podcast.
Peace Love Podcast is moving officially to Stream Studio from today.
As of right now.
As of right now, as we speak.
Yes.
This
This is serious business.
Yeah, it's like I become a fascist. Stream Studio is the best podcast platform.
It's like Montreal Police.
Yeah, exactly. 999. But on a serious note, it's actually really good. We love Stream Studio. If you could be like not a very smart person and learn how to do a podcast on Stream Studio, it's so easy. You could be a fucking baby, okay? you could just open up the laptop and be like goo goo gaga, and you already got a podcast. That they make it that easy. You could be an elderly lady who has dementia and she's like, I want to start a podcast. Turns on the thing and she's like, you're live, like the lady's live, but she's like, I want to start a podcast. I'm like, you're already doing a podcast, you know. She just forgets about it. But yeah, Stream Studio is amazing. Check it out. Do it today, and yeah.
Hashtag sponsored.
Hashtag sponsored. You got to keep doing that, eh?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I'm actually passionate about Stream Studio.
I am very passionate about Stream Studio. Please use Stream Studio.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. Use it.
Yes, this is the reason why they don't sponsor you. This is the reason. Yeah. Wait, did you say when your album's coming out?
I didn't.
No?
I'm playing it by ear. I want it. What's the date today?
Let's make
12?
a date. Let's do that right now.
Do it right now?
Let's do it right now. Let's come up with a release date for your album.
Okay.
Why don't we do Christmas time? Or is that too long?
Oh, that's too long. October 1st.
You got to plan it out a little bit though. No? You got
I do.
Cuz I'm the same as you. I just want to get the shit out there. But what I realized what the pros do, you know, and people, you know, I've talked to, they kind of sit on it. They like market it, and it's something that's in your brain for at least a month or two. It marinates, and then when it comes out, like they've already seen like 10 or 5 posts, you know, more posts about your album that's coming out. It's like they're like, oh, it's finally out. You know, I guess I'll listen. You know, and then people listen to it.
That's what I want to do. I want to do some like promotional material for it.
You got to make it like a music video. You got to like come up with like posters and shit on Canva, like with a song or whatever.
Yeah.
Live footage of you, just people filming you. And then once you have like a repertoire of things, then you release it. You gotta like strategically market it, you know. I'm saying this because the results are a lot better, you know, when you work harder on it. And it's like you should, like my, you know, Nico Little hashtag, like you're the one who told me this, but it's important to like be like caring to your baby, you know.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And like, you know, nurturing it and actually giving it the right amount of care that it needs, which is to like feed it more listens or whatever, you know, and to like actually prepare it. So you should come up with like a marketing plan.
You gotta prepare that baby to use this very good streaming service.
Stream Studio.
Stream Studio.
Yeah.
See, even a baby can use it. You just gotta nurture that baby.
Exactly. I'm talking a lot about babies today.
a lot of baby talk.
Hopefully no one's pregnant. It's my subconscious.
Yeah, I wanted to get Jake to like help me out with that because he was going to. Jake is our friend. He's cool. Just so you know, cinematographer type beat.
I'm surprised you're not talking shit about him right now. Seeing the way you guys interact all the time. Like,
Dude, he's so mean to me all the time.
my girlfriend said the same. She's like, I don't like the way he's mean. And Jake, if you're listening to this, I don't know if it's
Stop being mean.
Stop being mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's not mean to me.
Yeah, because you guys are boys, like boys with each other, not like not dudes. Like just you're boys.
Sonia. I don't know if she's here. Maybe she's not.
Oh, she's here.
Is she? You heard her?
Yeah.
Sonia. She's coming. We're gonna get her opinion on Jake.
Yeah.
We're gonna
speak it to the mic.
We're gonna figure this out. Sophia says that Jake is mean.
What's your opinion on Jake? Jake's
his attitude.
Oh my god.
And he's probably gonna listen to this, so make it constructive.
Are you literally talking shit about Jake, knowing that he might listen to it?
Yeah.
Well, we're not talking shit. I'm just like, she had such kind words to say. I'm like, you're not like this when you see him.
Jake is rude.
Right.
Jake is rude.
That's true.
Jake is rude. I don't think Cheyenne is Jake though.
What?
I don't think Cheyenne is Jake.
No one said I was Jake.
What does Sophia say again?
No.
What did she say?
Like, what's your opinion on Jake?
That's it? Oh yeah?
I don't know. I just invited her
Jake
because
is
like.
rude.
But why is he rude?
I don't know. He just makes jokes that are
mean. He's a mean guy.
Yeah, that are mean.
He's a troll.
He's a troll. Yeah.
Is he a troll? Like, but you go along with the trollness, and Sonia, I think, just doesn't like it, right?
I go along with it, but like
It gets annoying.
it gets annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like.
You're annoying, Jake.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You gotta tell him to listen to it now.
Yeah.
Well.
I'm just like, well, okay, like, that's your problem.
That's
Like, that's not me.
What does he say that's rude and annoying to you?
I don't remember, to be honest. He made fun of me for making out with Cheyenne on a concert.
That's kind of funny though.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we were very like PDA, I guess.
That's okay.
It is okay.
My friends were there, and they're very like no.
Yes,
PDA.
bitch.
No, they're very no PDA. They're very like modest people.
Yeah.
From what I know.
Oh,
at least.
Dude, my class is in 6 minutes.
Oh, your class is in 6 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, we got to get you the fuck out of here. But
anyways,
thank you. What are your socials that people could follow you on?
Follow me on Instagram at Orpheus Cried. On Spotify, Sofia Aëdon. That's SOFIA space AEDON. Can't spell. My brain's not working today, but yeah. And so if you want to find me on anything, Orpheus Cried, Instagram, Sofia Aëdon, everywhere else.
Check her out. She's great. She's got great music, and she's got to go to class.
Yeah, I gotta go to class. Catch you on the flip.
Ciao. Thanks for tuning into the show this week. If you liked Sophia, you could check out her music. This is a sample. It's called Black Dragon. You could check it out on Spotify or SoundCloud or whatever you want to use. So, yes.